Q. Time to rock and roll. Okay, we have with us Darylle Willenbrock with the Agency on Aging. She is patiently waiting. Darylle, how are you?
I'm good, Michael. How are you?
Good. First of all, I'm so sorry. The caller called in, and I know we were scheduled for a few minutes early, but I appreciate your patience. I'm sorry for that.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, so it's so exciting to be in Connecticut as we speak. Access Health Connecticut. They don't really like us saying CT. Access Health Connecticut is in full swing. I was up yesterday getting certified by Jennifer L. Lovett, one of the exchange teachers, and they literally knew about you. She had.
Really?
Did you meet her? Did you go to the headquarters in Hartford?
Yes, I've been there a couple of times.
Right. So tell my listeners, it's 280 Trumbull Street, 15th floor, and you are so on the ball. You are getting WC AAA right in line, exactly what we all dreamed about a year ago.
Yes, what we're trying to do is get in on the ground floor. Mm-hmm. This is actually history in the making. We're studying the Access Health Connecticut program, which is going to bring, hopefully, affordable insurance to everyone that's uninsured or underinsured. And we are bringing 5, excuse me, I have a cold.
No problem.
Of the Western Connecticut Area Agency on Aging staff are going to become assisters, and we will be out in the community engaging and educating and facilitating enrollment through one-on-one support during the open enrollment period of October 1st, 2013 through March 31st, 2014.
Right. Now remember, October 1st it opens, and you must have something no later than December 15th. Did they explain that to you?
Yes, they did. Otherwise, it won't kick in on January 1st. You'll have to wait till February.
That's exactly right. And you will get a prorated penalty.
Right. So,
do you want to discuss the penalties? Do you have them down, Pat, or do you want me to go over that?
You can. Well, I know for the first year it's $95 or 1% of your adjusted gross income.
Correct. And then also don't forget those people with children. It's $47.50 per child.
Right.
So some people are not getting that. They're like, oh, $95, that's no big deal. No, it's the total household income, 1%.
Right. But, I have to say the positive part of it is, though, I had a fellow call me yesterday, and I don't want to violate anything.
No HIPAA violation.
He's in a really serious situation. His wife is seriously ill. He's still working so that his income is too high for any type of Medicaid. But under the new program, we're pretty sure we're going to be able to get him coverage.
Guaranteed
what
issue.
He's paying out now. Yeah, so, for people like this man, and I know there's a lot of them out there who think, I make over $50,000 a year. I'm not going to be eligible. The income limits are just so high that it's going to be great for people.
For a family of 4, they can make up to $94,200.
Isn't that incredible?
It's $32,500, the initial threshold. The most beautiful thing, naysayers or not, they might not like Obama, they might not like Obamacare. My mom died of breast cancer. She had a pre-existing condition. We couldn't get her a long-term care policy. She was uninsurable on the. Now it's going to open up. Anyone with a pre-existing condition can get insurance, other than just the Charter Oak, which had about 6 doctors total. It is going to be much better for the people, which this bill was created for. It will hurt people, yes, because prices will go up in the future, but these people didn't have access to care before.
No, and right now they're going to be able to get subsidies. They're going to be getting some government help.
Right.
So it's not going to hurt the people that can't afford it. That's my gut feeling. And you do need insurance, and you can't really expect for everybody else to pay for your insurance. We have to be in this as a group and bring down the cost for all of us.
Proactive, not reactive.
Right. And I see down the road, is this becoming an effective program? Is it going to have glitches? Of course. Every program that's getting off the ground isn't pie in the sky.
Medicare didn't work beautifully in 1965 when it was first introduced.
Neither did the Part D enrollment a few years ago.
January 1st, 2006. What a nightmare.
Right. we have to be realistic about what's going to happen. I'm not going to stand here and tell people this is the best thing since sliced bread.
No.
I think down the road, to have everybody that's uninsured insured is going to be a great thing, to have some kind of coverage so that you don't sit home and let little things turn into big things.
Preventative is smart. It will include that. And then the penalty idea is smart because by the third year, it's quite expensive. It's $695 per adult and $347.50 per child. So they might ignore it for a year or two, but no way into the third year. It's a 3-time cap. So $695 for a single is $2,100. And
Exactly.
for you real uptight people like me, it's not $2,100. It's $2,085 to be exact. But who's counting?
Right.
All right. The Western Connecticut Agency on Aging is on Progress Lane. Their phone number is 203-757-5449. They will be assisters. It's not a navigator. They're calling you an assister, huh?
Yes, we are going to be assisters. We're going to be literally out there in the community actually helping people. And we're hoping to, in some cases, do a dual enrollment situation where you can come and do your Part D Medicare or you can come and enroll with an assister.
And then the beauty is that my staff and I are making it through all these exams. There is an outside shot. I am not certified by Access Health CT. I have still one more test to take, but next week is the computer exam. Once I'm certified, I'm legally allowed to say I'm certified. There will be an outside chance my agency may be an enrollment center that they've been talking about.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, it would be a real blessing. My mom, Jerry, would just cry from heaven and it would rain. But, you know, we're working really hard. I'm trying to make sure I do everything honest, by the book, through the right avenues. If you are being told out there, listeners, that someone is certified by the insurance exchange, do not trust that. Nobody has gotten their certifications yet except for people like Darylle and her team.
No, we haven't gotten ours yet.
Right,
We're
because you have to
still
take the computer module, right?
Right, we're doing that in a couple of weeks. So nobody is certified. Nobody's selling these plans yet.
And don't get BS'd out there, people. This happens every day. Someone goes around and says, oh, just drop your insurance. Put them all to the exchange. You can't do that. This is for the uninsured. So,
and just to let you know, there is no one out there by the exchange now. That's a scam. It's going around now.
Yes, I am well aware of that. Someone went to Healthy Chat the other day and stood up and said, I'm certified, and that was wrong. So if any of you were at the Healthy Chat seminar, please call in. And I'm going to go back to talking about Medicare. Darylle Willenbrock, if it's okay with you, I'm going to get you my schedule at the Cocoa Keys. You and I coordinated beautifully last year. People love that the value-added service that we brought to it.
Terrific.
So, yeah, you and I will coordinate where the Agency on Aging will be there to help people qualify for whatever programs. Not everyone knows about the Agency on Aging. There's caregiver allowances. There's heating assistance. There's cable assistance. There's phone. There's just,
we do everything.
Right. There's several things that my seniors don't realize that are right here in Waterbury with good people. You and your staff are phenomenal. Thank you so much for your time today.
No problem. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you for your time. All right, so I can actually say this. I don't know if what the air date is, but I was lucky enough yesterday to be spotlighted on NBC 30 for my ethics, like by telling the truth. And you've heard me on the show. I always say, if you have a good plan, keep what you have. I'm going to research this for about an hour for the guy about the $5,700 deductible, not only just to get a client, but to learn for myself so I know, and I hate to say it, but I really think he does owe the deductible. Gosh, I hope not. But the primary care has to be exhausted first before Medicare kicks in. But there's got to be some kind of coordination of benefits rule that he could show his Medicare card, and that would kick in the 80%. I'm hoping for that with fingers crossed. But I'm going to be at the Cocoa Keys giving my seminar. I'll also be up in Torrington for any of you. I didn't even realize that you can listen to this show in Litchfield. But I had somebody stop me the other day and say, I recognize your voice. And my favorite security guard over at Webster always says it, like, hey, the voice, you're on today. So, yes, I'm going to be doing this. If you have a good product, then keep it. Kristen in my office is trying to develop some, like, respond back thing, Gene and I still like to talk to people, but sometimes literally we fielded 500 phone calls a few weeks in a row because luckily I've been successful and I have clients. And every client wanted to call in and ask, if I put you in a good plan and there's not a lot of health changes throughout the year, and as long as the plans, I'm going to align myself with United Healthcare, Anthem, Connecticut, as well as Aetna, I'm going to still refrain from getting associated with WellCare because there's a lot of tests to take and there's just a lot of material to learn, and I want to make sure I learn it by heart. But as long as your plan didn't get really ruined, there's a chance that you may roll over and stay in it. The ANOC, Annual Notice of Change. And thank you, by the way, to the cardiology department that listens to me. An old client of mine, I wish I didn't lose her, but you can't keep everybody. Some shark working out of the back of his trunk bamboozled a woman and convinced her she didn't have a good product. But the daughter came in with the mom because they needed help and they knew who to go to. So they're in my office and they said, oh, the cardiology department recommended you. Apparently you help everybody. I can't help everybody, but at least the airwaves make it an open field for insurance questions. Larry Rifkin's political marijuana with Salim Najim. I don't want anything to do with that stuff. I want to do with Medicare and insurance, and I'm getting good at it now at my young age. Charlie, thanks for the plug, by the way, about my wife and I in the paper. Take it. We'll take the caller. Okay. Michael Regan, how can I help you?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I have a couple of questions.
Let me get my pen. One moment.
Okay.
Okay, hit it, my friend.
If you have supplemental insurance and at some point you decide to you don't want to keep it any longer for whatever reason, can you pick it up again like the following year or?
Absolutely. Okay, so don't say your name over the airwaves for HIPAA reasons.
Okay.
This caller, you have right now Medicare A, Medicare B, and a Medicare supplement, correct?
I have C.
You have, right, C. And what is your premium monthly?
Currently it's like, I think $740, $742.
For you and your beautiful wife, or is that your quarterly premium?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's quarterly. That's just for myself. I'm on disability.
How young are you?
62.
Okay, so you can only get, after age 50, you're on Plan C. Who's your carrier, United or Anthem?
No, it's actually Globe Life Insurance.
Oh, sure. That's one I wouldn't have chosen. Anyway,
Okay.
Globe is they're okay. Thank God they're paying your claims. But $740 quarterly. One moment, I need 30 seconds.
Okay.
And I will have your answer for you. What is your Part D as in drug coverage?
I believe I have the upper tier plan.
How much is your premium a month for that?
That's taken out directly out of my
Social.
disability check. Yeah, it's a disability check, and it's taken out, I believe it's $46 a month.
Okay. You're 62 years of age. You're on disability. Are you on SSI/DI?
Yes.
What other income do you have?
I have some income from rental properties, that kind of thing.
And is your income, are you single, you said?
No, married.
Okay. Is your wife much younger than you?
No, close to the same age.
62. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is your income higher, and if it is, that's an awesome answer, higher than $37,405?
Adjusted gross income?
Yes.
No, it's less.
You may qualify for a Medicare savings program, and your Part D premium will be paid. You also may qualify to have your $104.90 reimbursed to you. $37,405 for a married couple would give you a window of time that you can actually take a zero premium. What are your major pre-existing conditions without talking too deep? Is it cancer, tumor, lymph node enlargement, any of those?
It's rheumatoid arthritis.
You're RA, and you take Enbrel, Humira, or azolfidine, or methotrexate.
I take a product called Rituxan.
Yeah, that's an injectable.
Exactly.
That injectable, you must hit the donut hole every year. It's like $1,800. You get the little styrofoam case delivered to your house?
No, I go to a clinic to have it administered.
Oh, you actually have it administered at the hospital?
Right.
Okay, so that's covered under Part B drugs, and you're doing everything right. Don't touch your plan. You can go to an Advantage plan, but I have a client who I love. Your plan is fine. You could do me one small favor and at least let me just shop it. There's a more affordable plan for $216 that covers the same thing. $216 a month. You're spending right now $246.66.
Okay.
And $45. What's the Part D company name?
It's Anthem.
Keep it. Rock solid company.
Okay.
Your Globe Life, you might want to shop that around. And your wife has a job where she gets benefits through there?
No, none.
Does she have insurance?
No. Well, she does. We pay for it separately.
Like an individual policy?
An individual policy, yes. That's through Aetna.
She bought it on her own because she's very healthy.
Healthy and self-employed.
Right on. Leave that alone. The Aetna's fine. She can look at the exchange. You might qualify for a subsidy under the exchange because of your income, and it'll pick up almost 50% of her premium.
Okay.
But call me off the air on that. You always hear my commercial. The phone number's 203-757-6099. Don't touch what you have because the RA will only think about changing your Globe. Your Part B drugs are covered at the clinic, which is good because it's billed under a hospital CPT code.
Correct.
So it means you're not getting it like my typical clients who get it at their house and have to inject themselves.
Oh, okay. And I have one more question.
Hit it.
If like myself, on disability, does your spouse qualify for any kind of benefits?
Yes.
Because the husband is on disability?
It's called the caregiver allowance, and you're going to call the Agency on Aging, the guest that I just had on. You're going to talk to my friend Carla.
Do you have that number? I'm sorry.
I have it memorized. 203-757-5449. You don't have a long-term care policy, and she is a full-time caregiver for you. There may be something under the Disability Act that reimburses her. I think it's a minimum of like $1,600. It's not a ton, but anything's better than nothing.
$1,600 per year?
Don't let me quote that. I don't know if it's a one-time or per year stipend. I don't know that. The agency's smarter with this stuff than me.
No, I've been collecting for about 5 years. Is it retro or just year to year?
Don't know the answer to that either, and I don't want to make one up.
Okay.
Your next window of time is called ICEP2, Initial Coverage Election Period 2, which means at age 65, you'll be given the same 7-month window to change.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. That was an easy one.
Yeah.
The poor guy with the deductible, that's a tough one. All right, we'll take the caller on line 3. Wow, we're jamming today, guys. Michael Regan, how can I help you?
Hi, Michael. It's Terry. How are you?
I wanted to say thank you and give you an open air plug. You were so nice to me this morning. It was not even funny how you spoke about me and the trust. I know your Miss Popularity with all the veterans and all your trips down to D.C. The fact that I've earned your trust, and we do have a relationship, no names, but the physician you worked for, you were brilliant there, too. So plug your event. I'm going to be there on the 17th, I believe, of September.
Yes. And let me just say something before I lose it. I love what you just said to the last caller. I don't know the answer, and I'm not going to make one up. You can't fault someone for not knowing, but when they make something up to make themselves look good, that's a bad thing.
That's
a bad thing.
That's an idiot. I have had someone.
People do that.
This past month, it just happened to me. A gentleman came in and misrepresented himself on a ton of things, and I'm like, "Are you kidding?" With my brains, I know how to figure out these answers, and he didn't have half what he said he had. All people want to do is make money, and they will lie to get it. That's wrong.
It is, and I've seen people on different TV programs talking about the Medicare Advantage programs, telling people they're Medicare. You and I know that is not true.
You're giving up Medicare, people. You must continue to pay your Part B premium, but you are subject to the private insurance companies. Now, I have been audited, and I can tell you right now, United Healthcare, Anthem, Connecticut, and Aetna have done their due diligence. They are getting 4- and 5-star ratings. Nobody's 5 yet. So all the secret shoppers and all this are making the playing field level. But the number one thing a lot of secret shoppers ask is, why didn't they actually say that a Medicare Advantage isn't Medicare. It's a private insurance company that offers equal to or better what Medicare offers. It's a test question. They asked me like 9 times in hidden and cryptic thing. What's a Medicare Advantage? It's a private insurance company offering equal or better than what Medicare can offer. It is not a Medicare supplement. We're not allowed to say it's even a similar product.
Right.
Terry, you rock.
They work for some people, and other people they don't.
Right, and remember, I am paid. I make $127 commission off of you after taxes. So that's out of 1,000 people. That's not a bad salary when you're making around $97, $98 off the person. We do not care about commission because the Fabergé trick is happening. People are recommending us. Thank you, by the way, for the plug this morning. You plug your event because you were on with Tom this morning. You must have been in the studio.
Well, the thing is that we have 7 Connecticut veterans making the honor flight trip on September 28th. However, they have to get transportation to Logan Air Force. Not Logan Air Force, Logan Field. So what I did is I reached out to Premier Limo, and I've been working with Wayne Roberts, who is giving us a 10-passenger van to take these guys up and bring them back at night to Logan Airport. So we're responsible for like a $300 charge to pick up the incidentals. And I'm looking for people that care about our veterans to donate and help us do that, to help us raise that $300. And anything over and above that we raise will go to sponsor another veteran to make the trip. So that's my plug.
And then, I'm going to keep sponsoring that stuff because you plug me, so I'll be there at the 17th with a check for your organization.
Oh, thank you.
Did you see the beautiful article on Sunday about Mr. Harold Sullivan?
Honestly, no, I didn't.
Yeah, it was in the rep band. Right up your alley, though. He's a veteran, Korean War.
I did. He was a veteran, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And, this anybody that wants to make the donations, I don't want it made to me. It would have to go to Honor Flight New England, but they can mail it to me. We have a lot of veterans that listen to us. My buddies up in Watertown, they're veterans. I've had a couple veterans call in. So, yeah, we have a veteran contingent around here. Yeah. And, these guys deserve it. And in my opinion, a veteran is anybody that served one day in the service. God bless them. They did it. You give up your life.
Right.
And if they tell you to go to Afghanistan, or you don't have a choice. You are there to protect the rest of the U.S., and you do whatever they tell you to do. It's, some people don't think you're a veteran unless you went overseas. The guys that were in this country, protecting us in our own country and maintaining our country, are just as much veterans and deserve our respect as the ones that go overseas. Yes. So... all right, so that's my friend spiel. Terry. I'm not even going to say your last name just because you have to say it, but thanks so much for the plug on the radio this morning. I really appreciate it. Mike, truth. Well, God bless you. Set you free, All right, have a great day. Okay, thanks for calling in. Bye. That man did a good job finding you. All right, producer Nick's going to get here in a couple minutes and do his thing. We got to take a commercial break again. Yep. Tommy. Yeah.